So let us launch this instance with these configuration, right? What we have done. So I will click on launch instance in the right, left, right bottom. We have this orange button, launch instance. We will click on that, and once you click, you see you will be getting this instance ID, right? I will just click on this instance ID. It will open, right, your instance in a new tab. Okay, so here you see in the left pan, I will click on instances. You see in the left pan, I will click on instances, and okay, you can see I have, right, this demo instance, right, that is getting, right, and the state is running, right, the state is running. Okay, so here the status check, right, is showing you initializing, right. So during this initialization, what happens, right, is it checks, right, whether the host, right, on which the Linux is, right, your virtual machine is getting created, right. So whether everything is fine or not, right, whether all the network configuration, right, whether they are okay or not, right. So those are getting checked, right. Is there any application level failure or not, right. So if everything is good, right, your hardware and your applications, everything is working fine, then you will be getting, right, the right checks, right, that right checks are passed, right. So that is what you will get.
Okay.
So if, let me just refresh. Always use this internal refresher button you have. So let me click on refresh. Okay. But you can see your instance, right, gets right into running state very quickly, right. So instantly, just after, right, clicking on that launch button, right, if you click on this instance ID, right, instantly, and then you will see, right, the first state, right, that it will show you pending, right. First it will show you pending, but it is right, you need to click on it instantly, right. So at that time it will show you pending, and then quickly it will change to running, right. So when it is in running state, that means you need to pay for it, right. But currently we have selected, right, all the free tier, right, AMI and instance type, so we don't have to, right, pay for this. And now you can see you have, right, status check passed, 2 by 2 checks passed, right. So now sometimes you will see 3 by 3. Okay, so in 2 by 2 what happens, it checks, right, all your hardwares and applications, right. And currently in some of the regions you will see 3 by 3. In that they have added, right, whether the block storage, right, is working, right, is accessible or not, right. So the EPS volume that is connected, right, so whether it is accessible properly or not, right. So that is also checked separately, but when you see 2 by 2, it is actually included in this, right. So it is already getting checked, so it is showing you checks passed. That means there is no hardware or application level failures, so everything is fine. Now what we need to do is we need to take SSH, right. And before right, taking SSH, what we need to see is, right, we have, right, the security group, right, permitting, right, us to take that connection, right. It should allow us to take, right, the SSH, right, access. So now what we will do is we need to keep this selected, right. Our instance need to be selected. So here you have this right button to select it, right. So it is selected, you see. And here in the middle part, right, you see there are a lot of tabs right here: details, status and alarms, monitoring, security, networking, storage, right. So we need to click on security here. We will click on this security. Once you click on security, you see you have this security group ID here. You see the security group ID. So you need to click on this security group ID. Okay, now whenever you click, right, you just hold control and then try to click. Control and click will open it in a new tab. So we will switch to that new tab. And here you see in the inbound rule, right, currently we are in the inbound rule, right, section. So here we will be clicking on edit inbound rule from the right hand side, right mode side. We have edit inbound rules. We will click on that. So actually, I added this rule, right? The rule that you see here, right, is for MySQL Aurora, right? So I have added that, right, by default in the default security group, right? You will not see this rule, okay? So let me remove it. So, and okay, that's it. You will just see this single rule, okay, in your default VPC, right? So we will just keep this default rule as it is. We will not change that, right? And if I just save this rule, because I just deleted that rule, right, for database, right, because here I have connected that database with the right the instance, so I added that rule. So here I will just save this. This is how it will look, right, for you when you will be using, right, your default security group. So in inbound rule, it will show you that all traffic, right, in type protocol will be all, port range will be all, right, and the source will be the same security group, right? That is the default security group. So this is a self association actually. This is the self association. So if I click on edit, right? So if you see here, right, in the source, it is custom, right? And the ID that you see here, right, this security group ID that you see, right? So this is the same security group ID, right, that we just we are accessing, right? You see on
Oh,
top,
okay. Mm,
right? It is the same security group ID.
okay.
So it is a self-reference, right? So what it says, right, is you can, right? So if two instances, right, got the same security group, right? So they can access each other, right? They can access. For them, the inbound traffic, that is incoming traffic, is allowed, right? So definitely, we can use the same security group, right, for different instances, right? So if we are using the same security group, that is the same firewall, right? So it can access each other, right? It will allow them to access each other, right? Now first let us right add that rule, right, that is for SSH. So we will click on add rule, and here in type we will select SSH. Here you see these are the protocols, right, available here. So we will go with SSH. This is for secure shell, and once we select SSH, you see it automatically selected, right, the port that it will use, that is 22. That is the standard port, right, for SSH. And then source we will keep anywhere IPv4. Now again, this is not secure, right, that you open up for everybody, right? You should not open your port 22 for everybody, right? But for this demonstration we are doing that, okay? So what it means is we are allowing, you see this here 0.0.0.0/0, right? So this represent any IP, right? So any IP, so anybody can take SSH, right? But given that they need to have that private key, right? The key that we downloaded, right? So if they have access to that key, right, only then they can, right, take SSH,
Oh, okay.
right? Yep. So we will save this rule, and then we will be getting into, right, instance, okay, tab again, and then again I will switch to the details. And then what we will do is we will be copying this public IP4 address, right? We will copy this public IP4 address. Okay, I'm copying this public IP address. Okay, so from this square, I will click and copy public IP, and then I will open my putty. Okay, so here I have it in this taskbar itself. So here you see this is the putty
Um,
terminal.
Sorry, before you move on, under the
Hmm.
status check, you say it's
Yep.
gonna be yours is showing 2 by 2, mine is showing 3 by 3. So
Yes.
you were
Yes.
talking earlier about something so application what? Mine is three
Yes.
by three. Why is yours is 2 by 2?
Yes, yes. So it is based on for some of the regions, right? So it shows
Oh,
you.
okay.
I have launched
Oh,
in Mumbai region, right?
oh,
So
okay. Based
they're
on the region.
actually they, yeah, yeah. So based on regions. So what they
Okay.
did is they introduced, right, that third right parameter. It is to check, right, whether the EBS volumes are accessible or not,
Oh, okay. Okay, I
right?
see.
The yeah, yeah. So here in previously, right, what they have done, right, they included that in right in this 2 by 2 checks, right? In these
Okay.
two checks itself. Yeah, it is inclusive.
So last question. So if it's not 2 by 2, it
Mhm.
means something is going on. Let's say
So,
it's
yeah,
one
something
by
is
two.
off.
Oh, something
Yeah,
is off. So we'll not be
something
able
is
to
off.
access that instance. Okay. So
Yes, you
SSH
you
string.
need to you need to reset. You need to restart that, right?
Okay.
You need to try
Okay.
to reboot first, and if
Okay.
reboots are not working, then definitely you need to terminate it because if it is a hardware level failure, so you cannot do anything for that, right?
Oh, so we reboot through the drop down. Is that right? Instant type or
Yeah.
where
So
or
here,
action?
yeah, instance state you see here, instance
Okay.
state.
Okay. We'll reboot the instance. Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you have reboot instance, you have stop instance, right? So if reboot is not working, after rebooting also you see, right, to say 1 by 2 or 2 by 3, right?
Mhm.
So you can try with the stop
So
instance
I'll start it again. Okay.
and then start it again. Very good, right? And
Okay.
if it solves it, then it is fine. But if it doesn't, right, you need to terminate it and you need to relaunch it,
Okay.
right?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So we will clear, right? We will copy this public IP
Um,
address.
Another
Mhm.
question. So why
Yes,
is it
please.
that it is public IP will copy? Why not private IP address? So why are we going
Okay,
for public?
okay, great question, right? Because we are taking, right, SSH connection over the internet, right? The virtual machine, this virtual machine that we created, right, the demo instance,
Mhm.
it is running in the data center of AWS, right?
Okay.
So it
Yes.
is remotely running, and I am taking connection over the internet. It is not in my private network, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
if
Not
it
in
is in
company
my
network.
private network, then I will use this private IP. So private IPs are not routable over the internet.
So company they will not be used public IP. So in a production environment, so it's going to be private. Is that right?
Yeah,
When we
so it depends, right? If it is a public resource, right, for that they will definitely use public IP address, right? They will have public
okay.
IP. But if it is
Okay.
internal servers, right, for internal servers, definitely they will use private IPs.
Okay. So we'll talk more about it on when we are talking about VPC. Is that right? Later. Is that correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. Sure.
exactly.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So for now, we will be taking SSH over the internet, right? So we will copy public IP, and then we will open this putty terminal, and here in this, we under host name, right? We will be pasting that public IP. Okay, so here will be the public IP under host name, and port will be 22 because we are connecting over port 22. Okay, SSH will work over port 22.
Okay. So
So
that's
once,
the default for SSH. Okay.
yes,
I want
that
to
is
ask
the
that
default. That is
22
a
is for
standard
which?
port.
Oh, standard port.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay. So in the left pane, again, what we will do is we will click on appearance. I will change the font size. I will click on this change, and here I will go for 18. This will make the font size larger. And then again, in the left pane, I will click on connection. In connection, I will change this keep alive time to 100 seconds. So this is again, right? You can put any other number also, but what it does is it will keep your terminal alive, right? Even if you are not doing anything, right? If it is idle,
Oh,
it
okay.
will not time
Keep it
out,
like.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Mm.
Okay. So we are giving it 100, and then and again in the left pan you have SSH. We need to expand that SSH. I will expand it. I will just click on that plus right button, and then you see you got auth, right? You have this auth. You need to expand auth also. So once you expand that auth, you see you are getting this credentials, right? You need to click on credentials, and you see the first right field you have private key, right, for authentication. So now we need to browse that private key that we downloaded, right? So I will click on browse and I will go to downloads folder. Okay, so here I will select this, right, go key.ppk, and I will click on open, right? So that is the key, right, that we right downloaded and generated, right? So this is the private key, and I will click on open. So once I click on open, we'll be getting this security alert. We will need to accept it. So just accept. And here it is asking, right, that login as, right? So we need to enter the username. That is the default username. That is EC2 hyphen user. Okay, this is the default username for our Amazon Linux. Okay, so this is same right for anybody right using Amazon Linux. EC2 hyphen user. I will hit enter, and you see we got connected. Yep. So you see we got access to the terminal. Wilson, am I audible?
Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to perform this instead. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you are performing this along with me?
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
No problem. Uh, so
although I'm
you got
getting,
connected?
yeah, I got a, maybe I select wrong key or something. I got a message,
Hmm.
supported authentication method
Okay,
available.
please share
Okay.
your screen. Let me check once.
Okay, sure.
So now as we have access right to our instance, now let us run few commands, right? So now first you can go for ls. Okay, so ls is going to list your current directory. So if I do ls enter, you see it is showing us nothing because there is nothing at present right in this current directory, right?
Okay.
But actually there is something, right? Later on we will see that, right? If you want to check right what is your current location, so for that we will go for pwd, that is present working directory, and we will hit enter. So you see this is my current path, right? So currently I'm inside this home vc2 hyphen user directory, right?
Okay.
So this is the directory I'm in currently. So then if I say I just want to create a new file, right? For that we will be using command called touch. Touch is the command, right, to create a new new file, right? Touch and then say file one. Okay, this is the file name. So I will hit enter, and now I will do ls, that is listing current directory. Right? Now you see you have file one, right? You have file one, right? So now similarly, let us create a directory, and to create a directory, we will use mkdir. Okay, mkdir, and then the directory name, say dir1. Okay, so I will hit enter, and I will do ls again. You see, now I got this directory also, that is dir1. Okay, it is color coded, blue for right directory, white for files. Right, so I got directory and I got file. Okay,
Okay.
now say I want to navigate, right? I want to move inside this directory one.
Okay.
For that, I need to use cd, right? That is change directory, and then the directory name dir1.
Okay.
And now you see in my prompt, it is showing me dir1 here,
Okay. So
right?
if you don't know the directory name, we have to use a ls to see the directory. Okay.
Yes, we need to
Okay.
check
So
the
that we can
directory.
so
Yes,
that we
very
can
good.
navigate to that. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Yes. So you have thousands of directory, right? So let me clear my screen. So you can use clear command to clear your screen, and then say I'm doing ls. Okay, currently I'm in my dir1, right? I want to go to my parent directory. Okay, so to move to back to my parent directory, I need to use cd space dot dot. Okay, cd space dot dot. Enter. So again, you see I'm in my right previous, that is parent directory. Okay, so if I do ls now, you see you have it right now. Maybe you have thousands of maybe right files and directories here in your current right location, so definitely it will be very difficult to list all of them, right, and to see or find anything. So you can simply you can do ls, and right, if you know right the file or the directory name, so you can just type it to check whether it is available there or not. Okay, you can do ls and dir1, so it is going to list that dir1. Actually it will list dir1, right? If it is a directory, it will list that directory, right, directly. So right, if it will show you right the content of that directory itself. So for file it will be better, right, if you're locating any files, right? So to check whether it is available in that location, in that current right directory, you can do ls, and then you can type the file name to check, right, whether it is available or not. So if I hit enter, you see you are getting file 1, right? That means this is available, right, in that location.
Oh,
So if
okay.
I do touch file, so and then I will do ls file 3, enter, you see it is showing you file 3 because it is available, right? And instead of that, if I do file 4, it will show cannot access file 4, no such file or directory, right? So it will quickly show you whatever is available, right, in that location. So once we go for that, now let me say I just want to remove this file 3. For that, we will use rm command, rm file 3, enter, do ls again. You see file 3 is gone. So rm will remove your right file. Okay. So rm will remove your file. Now, if I want to remove this directory 1, you see, if I do rm, it will not work. Okay, rm dir 1. Okay, just rm will not work for empty directory. Okay, if I hit enter, you see, cannot remove dir1 is a directory, right? Now, to remove any empty directory, what we need to do is we need to use rm dir. Okay, we need to use this rm dir. This is to
Oh, okay.
remove empty directory. Okay.
So remove is like a delete, is that right? To delete.
Yeah, it is like delete. Yes, it's like delete. So here we will do rmdir, enter. Now you see ls, enter. The dir one is gone, right? So rmdir is going to delete, right, empty directory, right? And then say here, if I have something right inside this file one, we know this file one is empty, right? Let me put something inside that. Okay, let me echo something, right, that is say AWS. Okay, so I'm echoing this AWS inside file one. Okay, so here what we are doing is we are inserting AWS, right, this inside file one. Okay, so you can keep it within quotes in Linux. Actually, even if you keep them out of quotes, that is also fine. Echo, right, is will be inserting this AWS, right, inside this file one. Okay, done. Now if I check, right, if I read this file one, I should get AWS. I should get AWS. Okay, so let us read. So to read that file, we will use cat file
So
one.
it was empty before.
Yeah, it was empty before, and what I did is with echo command, right,
Mm.
I just redirected, right, this AWS inside file one.
So file one is like a notepad. So we just type AWS inside it. Okay.
Yep, yep.
Mm.
So now if I do cat file one, it will show AWS, right?
Okay.
So this is how we read files in terminals, right, in Linux.
So
So
echo is
that is
like to write something. Is that right? Echo.
uh, sorry, yeah, echo is actually, right, is a command, right, that prints whatever you tell it to print. Okay, so
Print.
simply
Okay.
if I do say echo and say Linux, right, so it will just echo Linux itself. If I hit enter, you see the output what you are getting is Linux, right?
Oh, okay.
So
It's like a
echo
print
will,
command.
it is
Like a
print
print
command,
command.
correct. In Linux, it is like, right, it is a print, right? It is a print command in Linux. So echo Linux, it will print, right, Linux. So now what we have done is, right, whatever output it is printing, right? So here you can see we use this angle bracket, right? This greater than sign here. Here you see, right, the greater than sign. So
Yes.
using this
Yes.
great,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
using this greater than sign, actually what we did is we redirected, right, that output to this file, right? We redirected the output to this file, actually, file one. So instead of echo printing this AWS on the terminal, right? So what it did is it redirected to this file. It printed it inside this file.
Oh, okay. So that's clear. Yeah. Mm.
Yes, this is the redirect sign. So later on in sysops, I will be explaining everything, right? That what it is, right? What is redirect, and what are different types of redirects, right? Why we use them, right? So that we will get into in sysops. So for now, this is right the basic right of let's echo and okay, and
Okay.
here we go for less. It's fine. Let us remove this file one also. We can go for rm file one. Okay,
Mhm.
enter. So now it is gone. Now it is again empty. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to get rid of right. Say the instance, right? We are done. Say for this, I can just close this terminal. I can type exit also. I can type exit and hit enter. So it will stop right the terminal, and then I will get rid of this instance, right? Because you know, so to get rid of this instance, I need to select it and need to go to instance state and need to click on terminate, right? So earlier also I told you that if you stop the instance, you still pay for the storage, right? You still pay for the storage, right? So what we will do is we will terminate so that it will permanently delete right your instance along with the storage, so you don't have to pay for the storage, right? So definitely when you are using the free tier account, so you don't have to pay, but definitely when you are not using, when you are using corporate accounts, your business accounts, right? So at that time you should not get any accidental bills, right? So any unwanted bills. So definitely if you don't need that anymore, you need to terminate, right? So you need to click on this terminate again, the orange button, and done. It will be in shutting down state, you see it is in shutting down. So from shutting down it will go to terminated. From shutting down it will go to terminated. Okay, now you see it is terminated now, right? Now when it is in terminated state, you see if I go to this storage, you will not see anything here. Okay, you don't have storage, but the other instance that is present in my account here, you see this Jenkins instance. So if I click on storage for this one, you see you can see the volume, right? You can see the volume, it is showing you in use attached, right? So definitely the volume, right, is reserved for this instance.
So
So
it's going to take a few minutes or hours before it's going to disappear, clear on the console. Is that right?
yeah, yeah, it will.
That terminator is going to take hours or a few minutes.
And no, not few minutes, even a few seconds, you can say at most,
Oh,
right? Max 1 minute max,
okay.
but
If you refresh, I think it's still showing terminated. It's not clear yet.
yeah, no, no, it will show us terminated. It is gone, it means. So if the
Oh,
status
okay.
is terminated, it is gone. It will not get cleared, right? So once you log out of right this say console, and then you come back, right? So
Oh,
sometimes you will see it will be gone,
oh, okay.
right?
By logging out and logging.
Mm,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes. So sometimes it may take even longer, right? But
Okay.
generally it goes away, right? Once you do that,
Okay.
right? Yes, yes. And even if I just let me show you, if you want to just filter it out, right? So from here actually you can select the filter that you want only running instances, you need to right see only stopped instances. So you can click on the any of the right state, so it will show you only that state, say running, right? So definitely there is no running
Oh, okay.
instances,
All
right?
right.
Yes,
Mhm.
stopped, only one stopped. Okay, so generally when you just log out and log in again, you this will get disappeared, right? But there will be no cost, right, associated with this one anymore, right? That is fine.